How to get paid, how to pay others, and how to withdraw money to different bank accounts in Payoneer. After you logged into your Payoneer account, you see a menu on the left side. The first page is the home page, where you can see your balance and transactions. The first row shows you how much you have in different currencies. When you click on each one, you'll get more details. Let's click on the US dollar. Clicking on Pay will allow you to pay others from this specific currency account, either to another Payoneer account or a bank account. This is useful if you want to pay for a specific currency. The next option is to withdraw money to your bank account. At the top, you have the option to select the time to withdraw the money, which is helpful if you want to pay someone on a specific date but work on it at a different time. Next, you have the option to change the currency account to another one in case you need a different currency. Next to it, you'll find an option to choose which account to send the money to. This is something you set up elsewhere in the menu, and you need to approve it before you can use it. Then you need to enter how much you want to withdraw. It should be more than $50. If you're sending money to a different country, you might need to enter the amount in other currency. After that, you enter the reason, which is optional, then review and approve. If you go back to your account, you can also convert the money to a different currency. Just remember that each conversion will cost you money in fees, so don't overdo it if you want to save money. After entering how much you want to convert and to which currency, you can review and approve. If you go back and click three dots, you have other options. You can request a payment, get a transaction report or monthly statement for your accountant. You can have it also in different places in the menu. Under those options, you have the reports of the transaction made in your account. On the side, you have the bank account information in case you want to give this info to a website and need it to be exact, like for Amazon, when you want to get paid into your Payoneer account. You can click to copy all the information or copy it line by line if you need to be more specific. Under that, you have the exchange rates, so you know exactly how much it will cost you to change the currency. Going back to the homepage, on the side you can also see the exchange rate for other currencies. The next option in the menu is the Get Paid option. You have three buttons to click and use. The first one is Request a Payment. Clicking on it will give you the option to add a new requests to new people or use people you already requested from before. So each time you want to get paid from someone, you don't need to enter the details again if you have them in the list. This will also guide them in creating a Payoneer account if they don't have, because you need a Payoneer account to pay through this option. The next option is Batch Payment, where you can get paid from a group of people in one click. The first time you enter this page, you will need to provide some documents to verify your business. If the receiving account, you can add more currencies to receive money in. This means you have more small accounts inside your Payoneer account with different currency, and that way you can avoid currency conversion fees. The next option on the left side menu is to pay others. The first option is to pay someone who has Payoneer account. You can start using this option when you have the deposit of $500 that you have received into your account from different sources. The other option is to pay into a regular bank account. You need to enter the info for that bank in the form. And after you have more than one, you will have a list so you can choose from it without the need to type the bank details each time. The next option is batch payment to bank accounts, where you can pay a few people in one go. Then you have the option to pay for Amazon ads from here. All you need to do is upload the document invoice from Amazon so you can pay it from here. If you don't use a credit card, you can pay that way to Amazon. The last option is to pay your VAT, but it works only for certain countries. The next option in the left menu is for getting a credit card, but you need at least 100 deposits in your Payoneer account in the last 6 months. I guess that when you have the credit card here, you will be able to see the exact info for any transaction you made with it. The next option is Withdraw and Convert, and you can do exactly what it says. To withdraw to your bank account, you need at least $50 in the account. You can't withdraw less than that. When you create your account, you should enter the bank account for your business or personal use, and it saves the details for you to withdraw. You need to approve that this is your bank account. After you have that, you can transfer the money between your accounts. So after you click it, you have this form to enter the exact amount of money to transfer. And if you have more than one bank account, details save, you can choose from the list here. The other option is to convert currencies. At the top, you choose which currency to which one and the amount. The conversion is between the currency you have in your account, and you can see exactly how much it's going to cost you. The next item on the left menu is all the other tools you have. Here you have 4 categories, and when you click each one, it opens all the options for that category. When you go over the menu, there are some shortcuts from different pages. Most of the pages you are going to are also in the Tools tab. Starting with the first one, Transactions. Here you can see all the transactions you made based on date, and you have some more filters if you are looking for a specific transaction. You can search the transaction based on the date and give it a custom range if you like. You can also see it by different currencies of your account. Then you can filter it based on the status, like complete, pending, or cancelled. If you like to know what happened to a specific transaction, this is a fast way to see it if you have a lot of transactions in your account. If you like to see all your incoming transactions, you can filter them in the last filter. At the top, you have the option to download it or print it. You can also get from here to the page of the monthly statement. Next is bank accounts. You have one tab for your own bank accounts and one for recipients. You can add up to 15 bank accounts for your personal and business use. And for recipients, it's unlimited. The difference is with the ownership. You need to authorize your own account. In the tab of Payments Requests Sent, you can see all the payments you sent. In the receiving account, you can see the details of the account. When you open it, you can see what you can or can't do. For example, if you try to add $100 to your account from your own account, they declined it because you should only receive money from businesses. Then, they also don't support international banks. The next category is the reports and statements. From here, you can download a PDF with the report if you need to send it to your accountant, Amazon, or for any other reason that you need all the activity in your account in one document. Click the first one and you need to create the report. Select the date and the currency, then choose to get it in PDF or CSV format. Then it will create it for you and you can download it immediately. All the other reports are basically the same. Choose a period and currency and sometimes another detail, and you get to download the file. The statements are for providing you, the owner of the bank account. You have a specific one for Amazon, or you can write the name of the marketplace or person on the next option if you need this information. The next category is for the businesses you work with. This is basically anything you saved in the other tabs: the bank account, contacts, and network. When you click each one, you get to see the list of saved businesses info. Lastly, it is integration. You have the option to connect to accounting apps, so they received the information directly from Payoneer and update it automatically in the app. So you don't need to write everything yourself. On the right side, under your name, you have a few options. Setting will take you to different settings. The profile settings are for any changes you need to make to your profile, like name, email address, etc. If you want to change the name of the account, you need to request a change. They want to approve that it is you. The next is notification. You can get them either by email or SMS. And you can change what you want to be notified about here. Even if you choose not to receive most notification, they will still send you very important ones like security updates. So if you don't want too many emails from Payoneer, you can turn off some notification here. Just remember to save the changes. In the security setting, you have different settings you can change if you think someone stole your password and you want to change it. All of it is what you set when you open the account. And if you want to change any of it, you can do that here. The last option is security setting is for trusted accounts. When you set up two-step verification, which I suggest because this is your money, you can add trusted account to your account using a specific code. Then you will see them here. You add that code when you transfer money to other accounts. In the verification center, you can see all the documents you uploaded and their current status. You can see when you submitted them and more. If you need to submit something, you will see it in the first tab. For example, I have a questionnaire about my business. When I enter it, I need to fill out the form with the information they ask for, what I do in the business, and where the website is if I own one. If you have a store on eBay, for example, you can add that store page here. Just make sure to select the first option that says this is a page within another website. Some forms will ask you to upload a document. Usually, it's something for security or legal reasons, like proving your address or bank account. When you are in the setting of your account after clicking it on the top right, in the user management section, you can add other users to your account and give them different permission to access the account. Clicking Add User will give you a form to add the email, the position, and then you have two options for the permission on your account. The viewer can view the account and download reports. Contributor can also pay from this account to others. After you add the user email address, the other user will get an email and they need to log in with a password of their own to your account. You will see all of them on this page. You can also access this page when you click your name on the right side and then go to user management. Lastly, there is the setting for language. There are a few options. Hebrew is not one of them. It's good that I know enough English to understand everything without translating it. On your Payoneer account, clicking on the notification bell will show you all the notification. When you click each one, you can see on the side what the message is, and then you can assign it as unread or delete it. If you click on the side boxes next to each message, you can bulk delete or mark them as unread. You can also set it to show only the unread messages. If you'd like to know how the fees work on Payoneer, you can watch this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.